Hello and welcome to Simply You 100. My name is Fadzai and I am your host. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into this podcast whereby we encourage each other to build our own personal relationship with the Lord. Today, it's going to be a discussion, and the topic is reminder you were created for the glory of the Lord. All right. Isaiah 43 in the King James Version, verse 7, it says, "Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him." So from this verse, you have heard that we were created for the glory of the Lord. We were formed by Him. It is Jehovah who has made us. So we are living in this life each and every single day. And there might be things that we are desiring or things that we are praying for. But I have come with a reminder to remind you, yes, it is good to pray for all these things that you are desiring, that you are hoping for to have, you are hoping to happen. For example, maybe you are hoping to have a house, you are hoping to move to a certain place, you are hoping and praying for a job, that Jehovah blesses you with a certain job that you are desiring, or blesses you with a job, possibly you might be unemployed. It is good to pray for the stuff. It is good to pray for Jehovah to bless us with wealth. But I have come to remind you that in all the praying, in all the desiring, we should always remember that at the top of it all, it is Jehovah who should be at the top in our lives, because we were created for His glory. So as we appear before the Lord, as we move in this journey of life, we ought to put Jehovah first. We ought to give Him glory. We ought to give Him honor. We ought to put Him first in our lives, because He created us for His glory. He formed us. He knows us. He is Jehovah, the creator of the heavens and the earth. So I have come to remind you on that part that we were created for the glory of the Lord. We were not created for things. We were created for the glory of the Lord. We were not created for positions. We were created for the glory of the Lord. You were not created for something that you have put ahead of God, but you were created for the glory of the Lord. So I have come with a reminder to you as you are listening to me right now. Whatever you are desiring, may it not consume you, so that it takes the place of God in your life, and that thing becomes what you are praying for, that is consuming all of you, that you tend to forget that, well, wait a minute. Yes, I would like to have this. Yes, I would like Jehovah to bless me in my work, bless this business of mine, but I have been created for the glory of the Lord. So at all times, you should be ensuring that you are giving God all the glory. That's why the word of the Lord says, give thanks unto the Lord. You will understand this, that God created us for His glory. Therefore, you find yourself thanking God in every situation you're in, regardless of the pit that you might be finding yourself in. You remember that God is still God. He is still Jehovah. There is nothing that is subtracted from him just because what you have been desiring, what you are praying for, hasn't happened as yet. God is still God, and we were created for his glory. Sometimes, let's say in relationships, you're hoping that your husband will behave in a certain way, or your wife would behave in a certain way, or they would do this stuff in a certain way, and then they don't do it, and they become out of character to what you are hoping for. But now when you have put them above God, what will happen is that what they have done, yes, it affects you, because at the most we are humans, we have feelings, we have emotions. But then when that affects you and they've been the first in your life, and God is no longer first in your life, you start to see like what is there to life, and everything, you are just down about everything and anything. But now when you remember that you were created for the glory of God, you were not created for men, you were not created for things, but you were created for the glory of God. Now when you have put God first in your life, and you continue to put God first in your life, and you remember that you are created for his glory, when people or your spouse or things are out of character, even though it shakes you, but you will still remain standing firm in the Lord. Because what happens is that you take that situation, you take that person unto the Lord, and you submit it all unto the Lord, and you trust it in the hands of the Lord, because Jehovah is the one who formed you. Therefore, he knows everything about you. He knows what's best for you, and trust him that he will do what he, Jehovah, can only do. So I have come with a reminder to remind you that you were created for his glory. Yes, we are in this journey of life. Yes, we are hoping to achieve stuff. We are hoping to achieve dreams. We are hoping to achieve purposes. That is all good, but that should not be on top of God. It should not be first in our lives and then God second. We should always put God first and then bring our dreams, our purposes into the hands of the Lord, because Jehovah is the one who enables us to fulfill purpose. Yes, there are people who are moving around and they are doing so well, and some of them don't even believe in Jehovah, but what greater benefit, or what greater blessing rather, that it is for us that we believe in the Lord, and through God we get to fulfill our purpose. And this does not just end here on earth, because after this, how beautiful it is that we get to dine with Jehovah. Now, if you're going on with life and you have put things first, and you forget that you were created for his glory, you were formed by him, you were created for him, and these things consume you, people consume you, and you're saying you're making it because you're having all the cheers from the people. But in the end, when the time has come and you are to meet with Jehovah, what will you say? I have gained the world, but then I have nothing in you. Wouldn't that be so sad? So I have come to remind you, in this world that we are living in, there's so much talk. Oh, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to have achieved this by this time. Yes, that is all good, but we should always remember that we are created for his glory. And hear me out and hear me very well. When you remember that you've been created for the glory of God, you will give Him thanks, you will put Him first, and when you put Him first, Jehovah will lead you in your life. He will guide you in every situation, every business that you're trusting, everything that you're hoping to achieve. He will lead and guide you. And by doing that, you're also growing in your own personal relationship with the Lord. And as I have mentioned, wouldn't that be such a blessing? Wouldn't that be so great that at the end, when we meet with Jehovah, He looks at your life and you say, well done, you put me first, and all these other purpose you also achieved because you put me first and I carried you, and now you're also dining with Jehovah. Wouldn't that be amazing? So, what I am saying is that in all that we are doing in this life, let us not forget to put Jehovah first, because this life is not ending here. This is not the end goal. The end goal is for us at the end of it all to dine with Jehovah, to be with Jehovah, and to rejoice with Jehovah. That is the end goal. This life is not the end goal. So, my brothers, my sisters, as you have listened to this podcast, please remember that you were created for the glory of God, not for things. Share with your family and friends. Until next time, it is bye for now.